Analysis of the ground state of deuteron. In the last topic, we have already discussed why we need to study the deuteron problem. Because we want to know the nature of nuclear force between two nucleons inside the nucleus. For this purpose, we study the deuteron nuclei, because deuteron consists of a neutron and a proton. It is the simplest system which we can find in nature, by which we can study or determine the nature of nuclear force. For this purpose, we assumed a Schrodinger equation. We write a Schrodinger equation for deuteron problem, this equation 1, and when we solve this equation, then we get equation number 10 and 11. Solution of that Schrodinger equation we find are u is equal to a1 sine kr and u is equal to a2 e raised to power minus kr. Here k is small. Capital K is equal to under root m v0 minus b upon h cross, and small k is equal to under root mb upon h cross. M is the mass of either neutron or proton, v0 is the depth of the potential well, and b is the binding energy of the deuteron. Now when we solve these equations 10 and 11, then we get equation number 12 as k cot kr0 is equal to minus small k. Now from this relation we can find out the range depth relationship for the deuteron. Now if we substitute the value of capital K and small k from here in this equation, then we get equation number 30. In this way, equation number 30. Now we know that V0 is very much greater than B, as we can see in this diagram, potential energy diagram. This is the binding energy, this is this value, this depth shows the binding energy, and this depth shows the potential energy, V equal to minus V0. So from this diagram we can assume that V0 is very much greater than P. So assuming this, we can approximate this equation like this: cot kr0 is equal to minus under root B upon V0. Hence, using again this approximation, we can write cot kr0 is nearly equal to 0. It means kr0 is nearly equal to pi by 2 or 3 pi by 2 or 5 by 2, etc. But considering only kr0 nearly equal to pi by 2, we put the value of k in this equation. We can write this equation. Now solving this equation for V0, we get equation number 14 as V0 is nearly equal to pi by 2 ka whole square h cross square upon m r0 square. This equation is a relation between the range and depth of the potential. We can observe that V0 is the depth of the potential and R0 is the range of the nuclear force. So basically equation 14 shows the relation between range and depth of the potential. From many experimental evidences, the range of the nuclear forces comes out to be of the order of 2 into 10 raised to power minus 13 centimeter. So if we put R0 equal to 10 raised to power minus 13 centimeter in this equation number 14, we get depth of the potential V0 nearly equal to 36 MeV, mega electron volt. This value justifies the assumption that B is very much less than V0, because we know that the binding energy of the deuteron is nearly minus 2.226 MeV, while the value of V0 comes up to be 36 MeV. So this means that deuteron is just barely bound, or we can say that deuteron is a loosely bound system. Deuteron is a loosely bound system. Now let us discuss shape of the deuteron ground level wave function. From equation number 10 and 11, 10 and 11 equation are for, these are equation number 10 and 11, where the modified radial wave function u can be written as, or were written as, a1 sine kr for r less than r0, and u is equal to a2 e raised to power minus small kr for r greater than r0. Now if we draw these equations, then we get curve like this. This is the potential well, its depth is minus v0. On y-axis we are showing ur, and on x-axis we are showing r. R means the distance between two nucleons, suppose. Now this curve is up to this range, that is r equal to r0. This curve shows 3s1 state, and this dash 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 curve shows 1s0 state, which is basically a virtual state that we shall discuss later on. Now this 3s1 state up to r0, this part is shown by u1 is equal to a1 sine kr, and this part is shown by u2 is equal to a2 e raised to power minus kr. So going out from r equal to 0, this r equal to 0, ur behaves like sine kr for slightly more than 1/4 of the wavelength. Then at the end, beyond the range of the force, ur becomes proportional to exponentially decreasing function e raised to power minus kr. The exponential function outside the well extends beyond the range of the nuclear force. As we can observe, the range of the force is shown by the width of the potential well. So range is basically is shown by r equal to r0, and this curve goes beyond r equal to r0. This shows that the deuteron nucleus has an extended structure. That again shows that deuteron is a loosely bound system. The radial distance where the amplitude of ur decreases to 1 upon e of its maximum amplitude can be given by rd is equal to 1 upon small k equal to h cross upon under root mb. If we solve this part, then we get 4.31 multiplied by 10 raised to power minus 15 meter. Here rd is the radius of the deuteron, and it is the distance at which the neutrons and protons can be located with sufficient probability. This is caused by the quantum mechanical tunneling effect. Radius of the deuteron Rd is about twice that of the range of the nuclear force R0, and this explains that deuteron is a loosely bound system. Again, as R0 is less than Rd, hence the nuclear forces can be said to be short range forces. Now let us discuss another point, that how nuclear forces are spin dependent. The ground level of deuteron has angular momentum I equal to 1, because I is equal to L plus S and L equal to 0. We have assumed the ground state of deuteron is S state. S state means L equal to 0, and total spin of the deuteron system is 1. Therefore I is equal to L plus S will be equal to 1. So this deuteron state can be represented as 3s1 state. Another L equal to 0 state is formed when the proton and neutron have antiparallel spins. Antiparallel spins means when the total spin of the neutron system is 0. Half minus half is equal to 0. Measurement of the cross-section for the scattering of slow neutrons by hydrogen show that this 1s0 singlet state of the neutron is definitely not a bound state, but is unstable by the order of 70 kilo electron volt. Means in this antiparallel state where the spins of the neutron and proton is antiparallel to each other, then this is a very unstable state, since if we give only 70 kilo electron volt energy to this system, these electron and proton will detach from each other. Its wave function may be represented by the dotted line in the figure, which does not quite reach a phase of pi by 2 at the edge of the well, and this indicates that the neutron-proton force is stronger when the spins are parallel than when they are antiparallel. We can therefore infer that the nuclear force acting between a neutron and proton depends upon whether the spins of proton and neutron are parallel or antiparallel, meaning thereby that it is spin dependent. Thank you.